Focus. Here's something bizarre. 80% of lottery winners end up broke within 5 years, while ordinary people who achieve small, steady goals are far more likely to build lasting wealth. Strange, right? It's because success isn't just about the big win, it's about momentum. The human brain gets chemically addicted to progress, and once you stack victories, they multiply like falling dominoes. But here's the kicker, the same rule can trap you in failure if you let the wrong snowball roll. Welcome to Fruity Wisdom, where big ideas turn into bold actions. Hit subscribe if you're ready to build unstoppable momentum in your own life. Why does success snowball for some people, while others can't even get the ball rolling? Why does one tiny win spark a chain of victories, while another person, just as smart, just as talented, gets trapped in cycles of hesitation? The truth is simple, yet shocking. Success breeds success. Failure feeds failure. One path multiplies momentum, the other magnifies misery. Here's why. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, rewires your brain to believe, I can do this. That belief fuels the next step, and the next, until momentum takes over. Think of it like gravity. Once a snowball starts rolling downhill, it doesn't stop. It grows bigger, faster, harder to resist. And here's the contrast. Ignore that momentum, and you're left stuck at the top of the hill, staring at the snow, wondering why nothing moves. Most people think it takes one massive breakthrough to change their life. But that's the myth. It's not the giant leap, it's the little wins, again and again, brick by brick, push by push, win by win. That's how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. Let me give you a story you probably know, but maybe never thought about this way. J.K. Rowling, before Harry Potter, was broke, a single mom, living on welfare, rejected by publisher after publisher. On paper, she had every reason to quit. But here's the part people miss. Her first success wasn't selling millions of books. It wasn't even getting published. Her first success was simple. She finished the draft. One messy, imperfect, stubborn draft. That was the spark. That was the snowball. Each little win after that, editing a chapter, sending another manuscript, surviving another rejection, added weight, added speed, until that snowball turned into history. The result? Over 600 million books sold. A global phenomenon that started with one small, private victory. Now, Rowling's story is inspiring, but this snowball effect shows up everywhere. Look at fitness. Someone loses just 2 pounds. Doesn't sound like much, right? But that tiny win flips a switch. Suddenly they believe they can lose 10. That belief changes the way they eat, the way they move, the way they think. Or take business. Amazon wasn't born as a trillion-dollar empire. Jeff Bezos didn't start by selling everything under the sun. He started with one book, just one. That first sale built trust. That trust built momentum. And momentum built the empire. Even in science, the pattern holds. Think about Thomas Edison. Thousands of failed attempts to find the right filament. But every test that didn't work still gave him one step forward. Each scrap of knowledge was a tiny success stacked on top of the last, until finally, the light bulb. Literally. And here's the metaphor to tie it all together. Success works exactly like compound interest. At first the returns feel invisible, slow, almost pointless. But keep investing, keep stacking small wins, and suddenly the numbers explode. The earlier you start, the more unstoppable it becomes. That's the snowball. The push is hard at the beginning, but once it rolls, it grows. Bigger, faster, stronger, until nothing in its path can stand still. But here's the danger. The snowball effect works in reverse too. Every time you give up early, procrastinate, or avoid risk, you build momentum for inaction. Suddenly, it's not just harder to succeed, it feels impossible. The tragedy is, many people never realize they're rolling the wrong snowball until decades pass. And the scariest example? Think of someone who dreams of starting a business, puts it off year after year, and ends up in retirement full of regret. Their snowball never rolled, and time doesn't give refunds. So how do you make success snowball in your favor? First, start small. Pick a micro goal you can finish today. Maybe it's reading 5 pages, running 1 mile, or sending 1 email pitch. Next, celebrate the win. Don't dismiss it, reinforce it. Your brain needs to feel the reward. Finally, stack it. Build the next small goal on top of the last until momentum takes over and you can't imagine stopping. That's how the snowball turns from fragile to unstoppable. If this idea lights you up, check out Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's the Bible of small wins compounding. Then, read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It explains why tiny daily choices shape your future. And for a bigger vision, try Grit by Angela Duckworth. It shows how passion plus persistence turns small steps into world-changing success. Remember, knowledge is nothing without action. So here's your challenge. Pick one goal today, even the tiniest, and complete it before bed. That's your first snowball. Then, tell me in the comments what you accomplished. Because fruity wisdom isn't just about ideas, it's about action. So roll that snowball, make it unstoppable, and remember, every mountain is climbed one small step at a time.